bansa, which the government could also come up with. Number 4, we also have the NBI. Later, I'll explain to you kung bakit dapat kasama ang NBI. We also have the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, or the CICC. And of course, we have our friends from the DICT and other pertinent government agencies. So, matanong po natin, ano po ang gagawin ng Digital Council of the Philippines? Number 1, content regulation. Develop and enforce guidelines for ethical digital content. So, mula po sa rango ng mga professionals, ng mga content creators, at lahat po ng stakeholders, they will come up with ethical standards. I think this is only fitting kasi nga ho, the key is self-regulation. Dahil nga ho, napag-uusapan na kung ang gobyerno mag-establish ng mga standards at mga regulation, ito ay pangangailangan at pagyurak ng kanilang karapatan to freedom of expression. Ano po? And number 2, monitoring and reporting and collaborating with platforms for real-time detection and harmful content. Itong Digital Council of the Philippines, as I envision it, ang magiging tampulan kung saan pwedeng pumunta ang mga nabibiktima ng fake news. Whether government agencies, whether businesses, private individuals, tayong mga politiko, pwede rin. So sila po ang magpa-process ng mga complaints na yan. Excuse me. So, pag pinaprocess po nila, natagpuan po nila na, at natuklasan nila na fake news nga po yan, they will have to inform the major platforms to take down that piece of news. And question, kaya ba nilang gawin yun? I'm sure babahain ng mga reklamo itong Digital Council of the Philippines. Sa aking pakikiusap, meron naman po silang teknolohiya para i-process ito. In fact, sinabi nila sa akin within 24 hours, kaya nilang ma-resolve. Ano? Meron silang mga search mechanisms, etc., etc. Okay. Number 3, ito mahalaga rin po ito. Certification and accreditation. Certify compliant influencers and digital marketers para malaman natin kung sinong lehitimo at kung sinong hindi. And I think this is to the interest of everyone who practices vlogging and, writing and content creation. Siyempre, bilang mga content creators, I'm sure hindi po ninyo gusto na maparanggo sa inyo, makasama ninyo ang mga obviously, ginagamit lang naman ang social media upang manira, manggulo, at iba pang mas sa mga practices. Ano po? Number 4, public education. So, maaari rin po natin gamitin ng Digital Council of the Philippines to launch campaigns to promote digital literacy. And number 5, mahalaga po ito, yung investigation and sanctions. So, magko-coordinate po tayo sa law enforcement agencies tulad ng NBI, at saka Philippine National Police to act on the violations. So, para mangyari po ito, the creation of the DCP shall be mandated through a legislative measure na hopefully my colleagues will take note. To empower it with the legal authority to impose sanctions and collaborate with digital platforms. And syempre, yung funding nito, kung ito maaprubahan to GAA, and my conclusion is that the Digital Council of the Philippines will play a pivotal role in protecting the digital information ecosystem, fostering accountability, and preserving democratic discourse. Mr. Chair, sana nagustuhan yung aking ni-research.
Actually, Your Honor, yung ibang parte na nito, napag-usapan na namin ni Chairman Barbers.
Okay. So, sang-ayon po kayo. Maaari ba, Mr. Chair, isang tanong lang po sa isang eksperto sa larangan na ito?
You still have the floor, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat po. I would like to ask Ms. Malu Tikia what her honest opinion is on this proposal.
Mr. Chair, Congresswoman Roman, I'm fully supportive of this effort because it is a pathway towards what we want to do, to have responsible and decent communication on Quad Media. May I recommend that the registry be included so that, as you rightly pointed out, we would be able to separate the chaff from the grain and really determine who is negligent, who should be disciplined, and who should be, promoted because of the responsible behavior online. Second, Mr. Chairman, please consider including the PR Society of the Philippines. And right now, there is a small group, around 56 social media firms that actually handle social media, whether corporate, political, or entertainment. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this initiative.
Can I ask for another opinion, this time from the DICT?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Madam. We fully support the creation of this digital council. Actually, ma'am, we have already some notes relative to a creation of a similar body. Until such time, Madam, that we have the draft, definitely the the DICT would be supporting such. Thank you.
May I ask, Mr. Chair, for the opinion of a vlogger who is present here? Any would like to make a comment? Meron ba tayong vlogger dyan? Yes,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Chair.
Mr. Chair?
You have the floor.
Yeah. Actually, yung sinamit ko pong proposal sa Congressman Barbers is almost similar to what Congresswoman Roman is saying. So, I expect kasi last February po, nandito na yung mga Meta, yung lahat ng social media platforms. So, hindi lang ako nakapag-consult with them dahil nga, so hindi ko ba na-polish yung proposal ko. Pero yung idea po ni Ma'am Congresswoman is napakaganda po talaga. Similar lang po yung proposal ko rin po. Parang gano'n na rin po.
Mr. Chair, sa pamagitan daw ng batas na maaari nating balangkasin sa pagtatatag po ng Digital Council of the Philippines, ay maaari na rin po nating require ang ating mga social media platforms katulad ng Facebook to have a physical presence, at maaari rin po nating isingit yung asapin ng taxation na napalaki ng kanilang kinikita sa larangan na ito. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair, at nagpapasalamat ako kay Representative Barbers sa pagpapaunlak niya sa akin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Your Honor. Chairman Robert.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yeah, you have the floor. With the
Mr. Chair,
indulgence of the Honorable Barber.
Yes. Mr. Chair, I'm Director Rosilios of the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center. I think I just have to mention that it's quite timely to inform the committee that the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center has already activated its executive committee last February 3. And together with this, there is already an interagency committee trying to have a singular approach to cybercrime. This is together with the DICT as the chair, and the National Bureau of Investigation director as the vice chairman, and the members as the PNP chief, and DOJ Office of Cybercrime. We have already formed, and we have already met. And the proposal of the Honorable Roman seems timely because this can be one of the subjects of the executive committee of the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, considering that it is also an interagency anti-cybercrime committee. Thank you very much, po.
Thank you. The Honorable Barbers, you have the floor now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gusto ko lang balikan yung kanina, no, na I believe that this is a very alarming information that was shared to this committee by an NGO, yung Press 1 PH, wherein they reported that there are